Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mini Motorways. Today we're going to be looking at the daily challenge, and moving into the future, I think that once our series of going through all of the different places is done, this is definitely something that I want to continue on this channel. I think as we go through different games, this will be something we come back to, either the daily or weekly challenges. It's just a quick way to stretch your brain and try something new. So without further ado, let's get into the daily challenge on one of my favorite maps so far. We're looking at high density buildings and seeing double, so we'll get lots of traffic lights and a lot of buildings. And a great way to start. Now we're definitely going to have to think a lot, and I mean a lot, when we're playing this map in particular. Because if it's going to be high density, we really want to try and mitigate that level of density as best as we can. So putting up these guardrails to force it so that it's not directly beside, but still, close by, that's probably how we're going to survive this map. It looks like, I believe this is the top left of the map, so it's going to expand this way. They're starting us out real slow. Remember, Beijing starts out slow. It's one of the early maps. And just like that, high density indeed, wow. So we're gonna do the same thing, we're gonna block off right here. So the next spawn will probably be up in this area up here. Hopefully we get a little bit more red to service this line, but past that, it's a pretty nice start. And just a reminder, we do get one bridge as our starting amount on this map. And you know what, they're already starting. The double 4 traffic lights, they really want me to take it. And I think just for the meme, I will take it. And we'll pause it. And eventually this will wrap around, so we'll have something like this, and then a road coming out like this, probably. For now, we'll just make a nice traffic stop intersection right here, connect those, use the bridge, and again, let's put up some guardrails so that we don't get any really crazy spawns. I might even do something like this. I still want to promote growth in this area for the red traffic, but we really have to keep things in mind as we move into this game. Yep, definitely gonna have to flex our brains for this one. And again, we're looking at a way that we can possibly make this better in the future, but we need the map to expand. So just gonna make sure that all this is completely cut off. We don't want anything weird spawning here. This is a pretty nice starting spot for this daily challenge. I'll take the bridge. We don't see a lot of areas, and I don't think we will have a lot of areas for roundabouts in this map, just because of how dense it's going to get. And density and roundabouts do not work. It's like the unwritten rule of this game. Density plus roundabouts equals no. Let's pause before anything else spawns. Oh no, we didn't get any... Oh. So I think this might be the left edge of the map. We only got this area and then this area. We'll make it like a little bit like this. Just try and make it so that the traffic is not too interrupted unless we have to. Down like this. And we'll definitely want to put just a line here so that nothing in terms of a store can spawn there. Red will come around, and then we don't need this traffic light anymore. And again, eventually I'd love to get rid of this one red house, but we're really just waiting. This is a waiting game at this point. Taking it slow, enjoying Beijing as it is, and looking for spots where things would be terrible if they spawned. Green, okay, that's interesting. Not impossible to deal with, and we're getting more green, so we can definitely work with this. We'll put up our guardrails. And I'll disconnect that because it's going to be annoying otherwise. I think we take another roundabout. We still have our bridge that we haven't used. Waiting for one more red house to spawn, please. Game, please. And we see that this isn't being used anymore. We can just disconnect that. Bring this around. Level up on this, and there's our second red house, just in time for us to disconnect that completely, as is tradition with this game. 3 reds, okay, so this is an ideal candidate for later, and it looks like we did get this outside connection spawn. Everything else is pretty hunky-dory, just kind of chilling. More traffic lights, I think we're sitting on 4. I think we can do a lot with these traffic lights, so I'm going to play with them. Let's put one here. That would be a waste of a traffic light if we put one there. There we go. Traffic light right here. That's wonderful. This is great. This is such a mess. Blue spawn up here because this is now a thing. We'll just link that in. That should be close enough to service. Outside of that, we're seeing no major issues in any of the other buildings. A motorway. I think we take those in this map. We're seeing some gray spawn in. Okay. I'm seeing a way that we have something like this come around and up and over. Out of road tiles. Okay, we'll reclaim some. Still have this red pocket over here in case we need more service to this. This dark blue is at 3 now. Or sorry, light blue. Pardon me. Just kind of waiting. If we can get the map to expand once more down, then we can connect these, and that will be serviced just dandily. Yellow and green down here. Okay, so definitely a candidate to, let's see, maybe we make a little off branch here, maybe even a roundabout if we can find like a nice spot. But the maps are so, everything's so close, everything's so, it's so tough. That is so tough. Blue upgrade, okay, that's fine. We've got our second blue house up here. Lots of blue up there, okay. I'm gonna take the 30 road tiles. I don't think we have a lot of space for roundabouts in this map. Even here, that's not gonna work. It's just too close by. Did this expand outwards yet? No. No, it didn't. But we're getting a nice community down here. We still have that bridge, so across it goes. Green here, okay, some blue up here. We'll just take a moment to use our 30 road tiles, connect things in, make our roads make sense, or at least make more sense than they currently do, and really promote future growth. That's how we're gonna really get through this. Diagonals everywhere, and we're just gonna try and avoid driveways as much as possible. Might get rid of this traffic light. It was a bit of a meme. I'm sure there's a better spot for it. It's a really nice one, actually. There we go, that expanded quick before something else spawns. Hook these in. Very good, very good, very good. All is good. And I think I'll actually use the remaining road tiles to just kind of make this like a double wide river almost. We don't have any more bridges, so we do have to keep that in mind. 30 road tiles or a motorway. We take the motorway in this case. Make a little community over here that hooks into a motorway and comes across. Lots of red up here in case our level 2 structure needs the help. Yellow is a little bit strained, but it's just a distance issue it looks like, so we're looking at about 2 pips minimum for anything with any sort of distance. This is now in need of more service, so let's rotate this one out and hook these in once we have more road tiles. Oh, so many road tiles, we need so many. I think we can reclaim some of these because they're not actually being used, and then use that to just come up here. Diagonals, diagonals, use your diagonals. Here we go. Another bridge, yes please, and reconnect all this before I forget, before it blocks me off, before it does all the things I don't want it to do. Now this is leveled up. Right now we're not seeing any need to expand, but I will just kind of promote some yellow growth by removing these roads. Just because of how it's set up, I think we just need a motorway across here. This is what we're really gonna have to struggle with in this map. We're gonna get a lot of spawns that just don't make sense otherwise, and we just have to kind of roll with the punches. And that's just a byproduct of how dense this map is gonna become. Just some things to keep in mind. More motorways will always be helpful in this case. It's almost the end of Sunday, so we don't have to get too drastic with our changes. He says after removing all of the roads he has in his possession. Motorway, always. I'm still sitting on 6 traffic lights. This is so dense, like, this would never happen otherwise. And this is actually prime candidate right here for the roundabout, I think. Right in there. Branch off like so. Rotate this green so it doesn't scare the locals. And there we go. We're out of road tiles again, but things are handled, and that's mostly what we can do with this. It's leveled up. Good thing we've got that motorway set up, but we'll just watch for more red spawns so we can potentially make that a little bit better. Got a nice little red community down here growing, and this one can come up in service. So it's looking pretty good. What's happening here? Are you guys good? No, we need more roads. Let's use a motorway in this case, because this is a very nice community, but it's super far away, so we can just use one like this to make like a You know what? It's probably better to bring it in on this side. Make 2 ways to get off and onto this. That way we can have some traffic coming in on this side of the roundabout, and some traffic coming in on this side of the roundabout. That'll help with congestion a lot, as opposed to trying to fit all the cars onto this road. That should be good for now. These blues are now kind of sequestered. We're just watching for pain. This is now under control. It's about 4 pips as just a base point, just because of how much distance it has to travel to get there. We might find that in the future it'll be good to connect Highway 1 to this location instead, and then create a second motorway with a closer red cluster. That's tough to say. Closer red cluster. Instead of that, ooh, this is getting a little bit dicey. I'll just put that in there. That immediately leveled up to level 2. Okay. Hello game, I'm awake now. Thank you for that. Use our motorways to connect what would otherwise be a pain to connect. What I could do is some like long distance servicing. I think that's exactly what we're gonna have to do. At least for the interim. So this was exclusively used for white before. But now we're going to bring some greens in so that they can take this motorway across. We'll just get them to come off this main branch, I think. We'll just watch that. Make sure nothing crazy happens. Put in like a traffic light maybe. And I'll bring this road back 1. Oops. Hey, there we go. And then put in the traffic light. So then 3 traffic is still prioritized, but if they need more greens, then they can pull from this outside location. And it looks like they're doing exactly that. That's pretty messy, but it's under control. Green up here is actually a disaster. I mean, like, we can fit it in, but just need some green spawns up here or a motorway. Yeah, we just literally need a motorway for that. Yellow just upgraded. Okay, good talk. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Really starting to think now. How many roads do we have? 10 roads, okay. Maybe we do something like this. Take these roads back. Except for these, we need these. Take this one back. Bring these down and over. Red, stop scaring the locals. And then feed these down into here. Motorway here to here. This motorway will now service here. We don't need any of this yellow connected anymore, which is really nice. So let's get rid of that entirely. Fix this. We can rotate this in. So it's all local traffic coming in through here. And that actually also opens up these reds to service up here, I bet. Let's see. We can cut here. Oh, this can be cut. Just need to get into this line somehow. Maybe we just keep it for now. Let's just keep it like that for now. We just gotta make it till next Sunday again. Hope for another motorway. Green's coming across to service this. Some more reds doing some weird stuff down here. That's good. Yep. Or at least it's as good as it's gonna get. Let's rotate this one in. Needs more traffic. This is growing pains, right? Right? Yes. Yes, it's growing pains. Hook that in. Getting a lot of red spawning over here, which is good, I guess. Really need it on this side, though. Ooh! That's new. That's new. How many roads do we have? 16. Rally the troops. Get them in there. Okay, that's good. That should be more than enough to save it. A little bit of congestion is going to happen here, but, you know, that's how it goes. Maybe we throw in one of our 10 traffic lights here. We'll wait it out. This leveled up, okay. Roundabout, or 30 road tiles. I think I'll take the roundabout. The motorways are like glitching into each other. They're just so compact. Game was not made for this. I think a roundabout over here is probably what we're gonna need. This will make the journey longer, but probably more stable. Ooh, boy oh boy, this is getting pretty hectic. Pretty hectic. We're at 2,000. We made it to 2,000 on the daily though, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is fixed? Maybe? Maybe? I mean, all of this is broken. think there's some spillover coming in. I don't know where the... Rid of that. Ah, there it is. GG, 2179. Let's take a look, because there was a lot of issue on this level 1 white structure. So, what was this connected to? We have this road coming across. Ah, we never actually... I thought I made a connection here. Did I delete it? Maybe I deleted it. Okay, so we just never serviced this. But, you know, we were just kind of reaching the end. Busy. Okay, week 14 though. Everything else was doing pretty well. A very nice week. We're gonna take a screenshot of that, I think. Let's turn off the pips. Put in the daily challenge at the top so we know in the future. Click. There we go. Beijing daily challenge complete. And of course, it is a challenge, so let's go check out how we did compared to everybody else. Our city shut down after 94 days. 1500th. That's pretty good. We could have been a little bit higher. I'm a little sad because I see where it could have been better, and it might have pushed us into maybe like 2300, 2400, but, you know, some people were doing quite well. 1.4 billion, you know? Outside of that, it looks like a pretty awesome daily challenge. If you can get one of these... I didn't see the use of the traffic lights. Maybe I'm just pro roundabout, but with the high density planning that you have to do, you do see the use for the traffic lights a little bit more. Interesting map, interesting daily. Hopefully we can come back to this in the future with another daily challenge or a weekly challenge. For now, that's all for today. And I guess I will see you in the next one.